What anime fans? I am back with another video. I'm reviewing the gag anime Me and Roboco. Me and Roboco was a gag manga published in Weekly Shonen Jump. Still ongoing to the time of recording. It released all episodes are released on Crunchyroll, and why did I review this all? I forgot about it, but it can find it open on YouTube, and now I know why. They're fucking short, like 3 episodes, but not like they're 28 3-minute episodes on Crunchyroll. 28. It's good. I was just wasn't expecting it to be a short series. Like they could just done other animated gag stories like Psyche K. Right? Even some of these episodes are short, so we'll combine them into one. And sometimes it takes across 2 narratives. See, meanwhile, goes different to Psyche K. Well, Psyche K is a comedy manga, but with more with some shonen trope elements, like protagonists having powers or some type of ability, and has an ongoing narrative in a way. But there's an ongoing narrative. You know, see that. So you see that's like gags, but I do like how they keep continuity up too. Some of the gags. You know, some of the gags. Like one of the biggest things happening in season 2, I think. Volcano's storyline it's introduced a little bit early on in the season, and constantly towards the end. I think I had to talk about that one actually. Review Psychic K again. I'm gonna do I do want to review it again. Watch it again for review. I already did a review on it a while back, but no one seemed to watch it. So. So you can spell a lot of Shonen Jump references in this series. It's just an episodic comedy. A bunch of shorts that played on TV Tokyo, doing anime and doing breaks. You know, it could be great play as an indicator before going back as a nice little comedy piece till we get back to the main program. I think. So yeah, if you want to watch it, it's not a bit of a waste. You can literally just watch 28 episodes in like an hour or so on Crunchyroll, so I do recommend you watch this. Right. So the series follows our protagonist, Badano. I think I said that one. An ordinary elementary schooler who hangs out with his 2 friends. He wants something called a order maid, that's it. An order maid. A robotic maid that helps out people. Ismail is quite quirky herself, but she doesn't appear until in later episodes. She has a whole thing with nice finding Badano for it to not do any pervy things. Anyway, when you go on order maid, it's not like the ones his friends have. This order maid's name is Roboco, and she is very unique. She has muscular legs. She has a more of a man's type voice, I think. I don't know who plays her. So yeah, Badano's friends are very unique in their own right. Gachi Gorilla, I think his name was, is a unique one in his own way too. You see the way he comes up at the start when you first meet him, like he's just the jerk friend, you know, someone who just teases, the type of person who just teases his friend a lot. But that's kind of not true, because you know he says something, even though he says stuff that sounds like a jerk, but he's not. He's literally a nice guy. That's a joke. Like, I know he doesn't switch. He literally says nice stuff with a threatening type of voice. You know, he says something that seems like a joke, but it's quick. But it quickly transforms to some actually means something different. So yeah, his other friend, whose name I forgot, is a more of a smart one, smart guy with his family, who comes from a bit of a rich family. He has an older maid himself, and she Mako, who's a recurring character. So throughout the series, there's a lot of interesting gags, a lot of references to the Shonen Jump. I need some well-known references. I got some alt new viewers won't exactly recognize. Like one episode referenced How Teacher Knew. It was a Shonen Jump manga with an anime, but not many people know about it. But the manga is getting reprinted in Japan. At the time of recording, it's getting reprinted, getting a special reprint in Japan. So a re-release. So new audiences can give it a read. And maybe lead to a reboot of the anime. I don't know, not watched it. And the whole Kinnikuman reboot, it's not a reboot. That's also a fucking sequel. Oh my god. So yeah, the sequels are that in the more recent arc of the manga. Yeah, it's that in the current arc, which is ongoing. It comes out sometime next year. When was a reboot? Not a sequel. I really hate that. Not against sequels, okay? But I think Kinnikuman could have benefited from a reboot to retell the story in a new way. He says not many people, and great with exposed to Westerners who never watched the original anime. Because the original anime never got dubbed in English. Said it's a sequel series Kinnikuman Nisei got an English dub called Ultimate Muscle, the Kinnikuman Legacy, which actually I seen a bit of as a kid. True, actually, I have seen a bit of it as a kid. I just can't remember much about it. You don't remember its iconic piece, Ultimate Muscle. I know, not talking about still. I haven't seen any Kinnikuman references for some reason. That manga is published in Weekly Shonen Jump. It had it had a re-release of combined editions of the manga. We also buy the Kinnikuman Nisei manga as well on its own. So yeah, bit of a gag. So I don't know. The Kinnikuman seems a bit like he's still a jerk, but it didn't seem like a good guy at the start. I don't know why that didn't. I don't know. I just didn't get that much invested in the manga much. Read a bit of it, but didn't get much invested. So its next anime is coming out next year. So I'm going to be reviewing the original Kinnikuman anime at some point along with Kinnikuman Nisei. So I look forward to that in the future. Jonathan Finch actually did a good video about Kinnikuman Nisei or Ultimate Muscle. So if you're interested, go check it out. The English dub is very hard to find now. Unless someone recorded all episodes, you won't be able to find it. Its main find is from the UK airing on Kicks. Kicks was a channel that existed back in the 2000s to 2010s. Before being rebranded as Pop Max. I miss Kicks. Kicks! I love that name. That's so action-packed. Like, Kicks was a perfect place for action cartoons and stuff. They even aired Dragon Ball Z Kai. That was literally my introduction to Dragon Ball. Never watched didn't watch it, but seen glimpses of it, I was confused about stuff. Again, I was a kid at the time, I never watched Dragon Ball at the time. I didn't even start watching One Piece properly until about 2021, I think. I've been watching, found some clips of the Funimation Double 9, just bought the first one on DVD and watched it and enjoyed it. Became a bang since then. So yeah, I don't know if Roboco will get a home media release, but who knows? Maybe they may get piled in. Maybe the season will get piled on into. No, I'd be right. 22 minutes. That'll be impossible. 28 episodes into 22 minutes. The 28 episodes. So, yeah. Each episode is 3 minutes long. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, that won't be possible. But they may combine them into their own episodes, especially for season 2. So yeah, I won't be able to watch it when it's airing. Well, I might do, but sure, it won't be that much long reviews. So yeah, as I said, a lot on the chat references in me and Roboco. So mention Hell Teacher Noob, which is a pretty obscure manga from the 90s or 80s or wherever. I'm not much familiar with it. But I do plan to give this anime a watch at some point. Looks good. It's a shonen series set in the school, but its tag has been a teacher. Jump normally focuses on young men, but its protagonist being a teacher. It's not the first time, thanks to the gag manga Go Go Nagai. Also, Kodansha released their own manga, Great Teacher Onizuka, with its protagonist being a teacher. I like that watch actually. Oh no, its career is hating how the manga is being handled. There's a whole news article about it. GDO's career is frustrated with what Kodansha's doing with the manga, since they announced a sequel to the 90s live-action adaptation of the manga for next year. Yeah, it's true actually. Great Teacher Onizuka is getting a bit of a sequel. The live-action one has. I never watched it, but I heard it's a great series. So maybe the career will basically end the manga soon and just leave Kodansha for another company. It could be like either the big names like Shugakura or Shueisha. I'd be interested if he goes to Shueisha. Or my other kinds of works, like the creator of Trigun went to Shueisha, created Blood Blockade Battlefront and Jump Square, which only has 2 seasons of an anime. Yes, it's my creator of Trigun. I actually did review the first season a while ago. Anyway, Roboco. So, I reference the usual like Dragon Ball, One Piece. Like, there's some. Like, Snow episode we get reference to the Jump Island arc with Loopy holding up the flag, Dr. Hero Luke's flag. And there's a bit of a mini running gag with Roboco being a super weapon, which I don't think might be true. With a bunch of bad guys coming out to face her, she gets the ass all the time in gag heavy episodes. One of those was when Roboco was weak due to using a lot of her power, which happens at Quarter sometimes. And she ends up being a beautiful, frail young maid. We get a gag with Bardano's mother having a small knife in the shape of a cross, which is a reference to Hawkeye Mihawk's fight against Zoro in the Baratier arc of One Piece. One of the most iconic fights out there for Zoro. And the manga also did a lot of references to Shonen Jump material with their volume covers. Manga really referenced a lot of first volumes of Shonen Jump manga. Sure, go look them up. Because they're not basically available, they're just digital right now. So, I'll definitely buy a physical copy when it especially comes, when it's especially happening, when it's especially getting a physical release. So, because I'm interested. There's a lot of Shonen Jump references. Some might have been went over my head because, I've not seen a lot of Shonen Jump stuff. Like, I'm more familiar with modern series, like, stuff, their modern animes. But I've not seen any of the classics. I watch Rurouni Kenshin and stuff. Shonen Jump. Even reference someone from a different company. So, yeah, I want to see if you can watch it. I would really love to see you try and spot all the Shonen Jump references. Figure out all the Shonen Jump references in the series. I'd like to see a video compile every Shonen Jump reference in me and Roboco. That'd be very fascinating to look at. So yeah, it's basically a gag heavy series, not much to talk about. Oh yeah, Barton does have a crush on the girl who doesn't really do much. She has limited appearances, and she's just, well, there for some comedic relief. We even get an episode where Barton is going back to the past in the year 1867. Some reason reminds me of Doraemon. I don't know why. I've been getting like Doraemon type of feeling about it most of the time. I don't know why. It's just probably me, but I've been getting that quite a little bit. I don't know. It's just but that's weird. But I don't know. There's even a ghost episode, which is silly. Ghost episode was comedic in its own right. The introduction. The fast pace, it's fast paced and it's hard to get getting used to. Mainly because it's short, around 3 minutes. So they cram all the chapter content into the episode. I do like the voice cast, but not really familiar with them, but still. They're very unique. There's some very unique episodes. Gachi Gorilla has a family whose his oldest sister has a crush. The oldest girl in the family has a crush on Bantanao. It's weird but funny. I do. I can't really remember that much standout episodes. I'm not saying it's because it's bad. That's why I can't remember, but mainly because I got terrible memory. So, but it's a good series. A real country road. I suggest you go buy a premium subscription and go watch it. Go buy the cheaper one. It's easier. Don't have to be a big fan. Just buy the cheaper one. I think that's pretty cool. It's a good series, so I really highly recommend you check it out. So I couldn't mention much, and I mostly mentioned other stuff, but again, I'm gonna see if I can find a video combining all the Shonen Jump references from the manga and anime. I'm gonna look up volume covers for me and Roboco, so you can spot out any references to other manga. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel, notification bell. Video obviously comes in the future, and I'll be doing a quick short about Kinnikuman Man in a little bit. Once this video is uploaded, and before I start watching the other anime. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Keep Phoenix out.